And this is how I like to start it up. Ready? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Well, from the drum roll, then you like get excited to talk, right?
Hmm. Oh, that one didn't work.
I just had, I mean, because when I did this podcast, I looked around for music backgrounds. What can I do? And a virtual studio is easier because you never know where you're going to be. All right. So
Yeah.
this is how I like to do it. Howdy and welcome to Pinky's Powerhouse Productions podcast. My name is Tanya, aka Pinky. When life kicks you in the gut or slaps you in the face, how do you get back up? What motivates you or inspires you to find the passion and energy and fight to be heard? Take your life back and then showing others and how to inspire and reclaim their power. Let's dive in. This week's guest. Okay, now I'm going to ask you for your help. Okay, is it
Okay.
Safira Kadoura?
Sophia. Yeah.
Okay,
Sophia.
Sophia. Okay,
Yeah.
Sophia Kadoura. Again, all right, tell
Sophia.
me what nationality that is because it's a beautiful spelling, but I know I chopped it. So,
Yeah, no, it's Sophia, like Sophia, but um, and it's Lebanese. So
oh, well,
yeah,
that's
my
very
dad's
easy.
Lebanese.
See?
So
Well, then there's even a beginning story for that because we've all been through some stuff, whether it be your background, you're growing up, and then basically now you're the CEO and your own woman boss of other people, like with Cannabis Babes and working in different dispensaries, doing things, giving out free
Mhm.
things and stuff. So, I mean, tell us, how did that work? Like, what made you want to do that? Like, what gave you the power to be like, I don't want to take this shit anymore. I'm tired of the man running me and telling me what to do. I need to bring women and let's do this. Tell us your
Well,
story.
part of it was just myself and working at so many different dispensaries and meeting so many cool women that I wanted to keep in touch with. I'm a graphic designer by trade. I went to college for product and brand development and I always dreamt of having my own like streetwear line, but I wanted there to be a purpose behind it and like a reason, right? So Kushbabes really was formed to keep all of the women that I met and then some in touch and communication with each other and just provide that network and that place, that safe place for women to sesh together, to meet, to make friends. Because I don't know how many times I've heard, oh, I don't have, friends that smoke, or I don't know many women like me. So to go past the industry and into our community too was important, right? And helping women from the community get jobs in the industry was where we were when we started. Now we're at a point where we need women that have been in the industry. We're also at a point where we're hiring men. We're not just hiring women because we're a fully legal business and you can't discriminate. You can't only hire women. So what we say is we hire babes, and everyone's a babe, whether you're a woman or a man. And really, if you're a man who supports women in business and can work for a woman in charge, then you'll do great with us. And we've had great luck finding some really quality men out there in the industry that are stoked to be on the team and work with us. And as long as you don't mind a little bit of pink, you're going to be okay and you'll fit right in.
Trying to say, I love my pink. Thank you.
Right? Same,
Because I was
same.
like, well, then so what I'm seeing, what I hear, and how I'm interpreting this is, I would and say you're a town crier or a politician, but you're bringing a platform and you're giving them a safe space, not only just whether LBGT or Q or whatever, but a safe space for women, and
Mhm.
bringing that. So you're bringing the community and a power together to entrust in each other,
With our
right?
events, yeah, with our events, that's our goal. I started doing events for the industry in 2020. Started on the more underground side and kicked it with a lot of, street cannabis people, if you will.
We got
And
to stop at this pop ups, right? Before the illegal,
yeah,
before
the
the
pop-ups. Yeah,
legal
and during
places.
during the pandemic when our industry was really thriving and making a lot of money because that's all anybody could go do is go to the shop, buy weed and go home. So, during that time was when I really focused on my brand and our services and or just building the brand hype. And then once the world kind of started to open up a little bit more, I found a niche or a need, if you will, for brand ambassadors. It used to be a position that brands would hire full time, but they, at that point didn't have the means to, or maybe just wanted to have somebody else handle everything, right? So that's where I came in. I started having brands ask me, after they'd see my team and see how well we work together and all that, they would ask me like straight up, "Can I hire your babes to work for me at Kush or at MJ BizCon or at whatever events?" Right?
We
And
always
I
have
was like,
beautiful women, so empowering beautiful women, and then also giving if
"Yeah."
they have their own money,
But I was
like
like, yeah,
boom.
for a fee. I was like, yeah, you can hire them for a fee. So I kind of, after a few times of brands asking me for that and me kind of making a cut off of it, I was like, hey, wait a minute, like I really got something going here. Now, fast forward 4 years and we have a full blown agency and we do 100+ bookings
Agency,
a
that's
month.
it.
We do anywhere from 100 to 200 bookings a month all across the state, and we have 35 babes on the team that I manage and book and get more swag as they need to pass out at all of their in-store demos, and kind of keep the quality control under check too with our demo reports. And then Ishka from Cannabis Babes helps me with recruiting and hiring and HR stuff and operations. And then, of course, I have a couple of babes who help me with admin stuff and scheduling and entering and whatnot. So, yeah,
I would say
yeah.
you got a strong arsenal to put together to basically accomplish whatever package you're making.
Yeah, and we can really kind of tailor our packages to what the brand needs. Like I have brands that just give us a list of stores to hit up, and we schedule the date and time and solidify the deal and all that jazz, right? But I also have other clients that send me the store date, time, and deal, and so I'm more just plug and play and making sure that the babe in that area
There's a staff
has
member there.
sufficient inventory, and yeah, yeah. So there's we can really be flexible, but we're full service. We can help make merch for you for the babes to wear. We can help get stickers printed, tablecloths,
Which is what
lanyards.
you guys noticed because you have that. You've been doing that, making stickers and cups, and you already have the merchandising basically on yourself doing all of that
Exactly.
too. So you are a
Exactly.
total boss because you totally
Yeah.
made
So
the
it's like,
umbrella. You have one little department for each thing that you're
mhm.
doing.
Yeah, like why not integrate it for brands? We already do the merch for Kushbabes ourselves, like and our merch. Why not offer that as a service, right?
And you're empowering other women. So bless you. I was like, okay, I want
Yeah.
to be on the list. No.
Hey, once we're out in Arizona, I'll definitely be. Once we have a need out there, I'll definitely
So
be.
I won't be far. Or a Kush
We
Babes party, push pool party is
right.
my new gig. Have I can
We
six,
have
six
we
people can
have
sleep over.
we have gotten lots of inquiries for other states like New York, Florida, even Canada, and the goal is to obviously grow Kush Babes nationwide. We
Or you can
just
copyright and
really,
just have different what do you
yeah,
call
just
it? Like they
different
have McDonald's, you can sell it.
different managers. Yeah, either sell it or just have different managers in different states that are kind of like my point people, and but we're still doing the recruiting and the training and all that
Well, I'm
jazz.
familiar with New York too because my kids live there still. So I mean, I was in
Oh, so
Albany for a good 10 years. So
oh, nice. Yeah, the industry is popping out there. So
well, that's because there is a lot of beautiful land before you hit New York City and still farm country. You can raise your own, grow your own, and then obviously make whatever kind of different products. Because like Ishka, again, she's been doing a lot of bonding and building with people in Hudson Valley, which is outside. Anyway,
yeah,
just doing
yeah.
it's amazing the powerful connections you can make, and then once you got that go to person, you can just put it together like that, like blink, and you
And
got
just growing together, like it really takes a team of people and a
it takes a
team
village.
effort to make shit happen. Yeah, like I could not do this all myself.
So what did you
I
do before this then? If I got okay, so what made you build up to this? Like, did you like go to school? Did you get a degree? Did you? I mean, I worked at McDonald's and 7-Eleven and Domino's Pizza, and I was just like, I don't want to work for the man anymore. I'm going to figure out a way. What's going to happen? I can
yeah.
only hope that someday this will make money and this can be my rodeo sponsor. But until then, I mean, I want to inspire people. You can watch whatever you want. There's so many different podcasts to choose from. Why not
Yeah.
try to do something to empower the world?
Well, I first joined cannabis in 2009. When I started college, I was using it medicinally. I had moved to LA and it was a new city, and I was, a little stressed and scared to be there, like kind of on my own with another college roommate. And I couldn't sleep and I couldn't eat, and she was a stoner, and she was like, hey, like, let's try this, smoke with me, like, it'll help you sleep, it'll help you get an appetite. And it did, and I told myself, okay, I'm just going to do this for 2 weeks and I'm going to stop, and now here I am. Fast forward 15 years later, right? So but after I graduated college, I got a job at a magazine in Hollywood, and I had a boyfriend who worked at a dispensary, and I would go help them trim and stuff, and really just got my foot in the door back in the Prop 215 days. Then the feds came through and shut everybody down in like 2011. That's when 2012-ish, actually 2012, because in 2011 I had moved back to San Diego and worked at a shop in Ocean Beach briefly.
Ocean Beach is totally big
Mhm.
stoner.
Yeah, it's our stoner beach. And I worked there up until the feds came through and shut everybody down. And that's when everybody moved to delivery. But I got out of the industry at that point and I went and worked at a car dealership for 5 years. Hated my life, hated what I
Yeah,
did.
I was in car
Had
dealership.
zero, yeah,
No
zero
CPG check.
creativity. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I made good money, but I just didn't like going to work every day. I just was always looking at the clock. When am I gonna leave? When is it lunchtime? And kind of going through that. Why'd you ring the doorbell? I'm out doing a recording. Why'd you ring the doorbell? Sorry. I told him I was doing a recording too.
That's all right. This is live and raw. As long as he's not naked, I don't think we're gonna have any issues. So you
No,
know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
hey,
Nice, my
welcome, welcome to the show.
brother. So anyway, where was I?
You were
Oh, so
you didn't
then,
like working at the auto place, which I understand. I was
yeah,
a car dealer or detailer or
yeah,
runner, and I just thought it was cool
okay.
cleaning out people's cars. They leave shit in it, and some of it was like a
Yeah,
spark pump and crap like that. I'm like, oh my, you know what I mean?
yeah. I worked in the service department, so I worked with accidents and stuff like that,
Oh, that's got to
car
be a little
repairs.
difficult. People were
So
a little
yeah,
scared
I
about
dealt
that.
with a lot of upset people, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, helped my people skills, I guess you could say, but I
Yeah, help them get
just
toned down.
Yeah, long story short, worked there for 5 years. And when it was legalized here in California in 2018, I literally quit my job. And a month later, found a job as a bud tender at Mankind Dispensary, which was actually a medical shop and had been running as a medical only shop for, I think, a year or two. Before they were one of the first
Yeah,
fully legal
mankind, because it was a
shops
mom
down
and
here.
pop's place. They owned it for a long time before they actually sold
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
Yeah. So, got a job there, was opening, worked my way up to being a lead, and a manager, floor manager, and loved it. I mean, loved every second of it. Moved on from there to a testing lab, moved on from there to helping manage Urban Leaf and open a couple of their new locations at that time. And that was during the pandemic, so that was when times were really booming for the industry. And then Cookies opened up down here, and I helped them open.
the
And then I
cookies
took some time
originals,
off.
big ones.
And by then is when
Now
I,
it's sessions because all I see is everybody's going there. So
right. And then by, 2021, summer 2021, I want to say. No, summer 2020. I Towards the end of 2020 I quit, and again just was struggling with working for the man. And in cannabis, a lot of dispensaries are run by a bunch of guys, and us women just didn't really have a voice. And I just didn't feel respected or valued there, and I just took it as an opportunity to focus on Kushbabes. And that's where I really spent about the next 6 to 9 months from there,
ideas.
solely working on Kushbabes. And that's probably when you met me. And that's when, but then I needed a job again. So I dove back in after taking some time off and worked at Ease, which is the old apothecary. the new Ease San Diego, and they had just taken over management, and I worked there as inventory manager. So worked there for a couple years, and then moved on to sales and for brands, and just kept building Kushbabes. So, and now here we are.
So the only question I have, I guess, for you is because for me, I feel that if we could share the information about marijuana being medicinal to lots of people, if we could give them a joint and take away the gun that's in their hand, you know what I mean? I think we'd have more success and save more lives.
Absolutely.
How um I don't, how do you do that? Because with the compassion programs, there's basically none in this in around anymore. I don't know if it's just because the current political climate, or nobody finds it very financially secure. You can usually just send them old stuff or whatever for to give us away. I don't know how the rules are and laws and all of that. But what do you say? Don't you think that there should be more? And how would you, I'd say that would
Yeah.
be the one thing to put a sheet of tea in your trifecta for working towards community giving back and such.
Well, the it's funny you bring that up because I actually myself end up sometimes sitting on product a little too long, samples that were given to me, stuff from brands, stuff from my events, might sit on it and it expires. And I actually almost every time I see that, I start creating a pile of stuff that has expired. And I gave a bunch to Ishka recently because she does know somebody who actually runs a compassion program here. So I do know that there's one here, and I
Okay, there
believe
is
it's,
because I've tried the
yeah.
Tory Holistics. Basically, they don't have it anymore, and I've been going there once a month, and that's the only reason why I had a medical recommendation. So it's good to know.
Mhm.
Again, every time I've gone to a dispensary, I've tried to leave my card to get that and say, "Look, how can I help you? I can help you find things. I can help you find companies to donate. Where can we make a better, stronger compassion program for your dispensary?" And nobody really
Yeah.
wanted to reach out in any way.
It's hard to do it with dispensaries. I feel like it's just organizations now. It's nonprofit organizations that are doing it and are actually like just gathering the products from the brands or expired products from
There are 501c3
dispensaries.
charities that do that, yes, and
Yeah.
then get it into compassion program hands. But
Because
we need more information for that.
the problem is from the dispensaries is they legally have to dispose of it when it expires. They're not allowed to give it away. They have to
Mm.
legally like destroy it, and the DCC checks up on that and makes sure that they do that. So it's really sad because that product could go to people that need it and wouldn't mind that it's quote unquote past the expiry date, because we all know the expiry date really doesn't mean
Well, I'm just
much.
saying it would make a great idea to your, Kush Babes and Compassion program. I'm just,
Hey, that's a good pitch. I mean, it's definitely something I would not be opposed to. I
and
just
I would
right
be happy to help
now,
you with that too. But I'm just saying, how can
I
we
just passed my product off to
finish
Ishka
that?
and our friend. So I could put you in touch with her. And see what we can do. But she's up in
She's
Long
in
Beach.
Long Beach, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I think she because she does a lot of trekking, and she tells me how close you guys were. One day you were supposed to drive up there so you can ponder and have a think tank. And I really love the fact that women working together and bonding and making us stronger. Because I mean, we are. I want to give you a hand up, and I'm going to give you a hand out. But we're going to know the difference because I'm not, trying to sit here and ask you to give it to me. I'm willing to do the work, but I need
Yeah.
to know how does it need to be done. How can we do this?
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I would just get in touch with the right people that run it already, and go from there.
Well, that might be
But
where I guess end up starting over because of moving to Yuma. You know what I mean? But
yeah, yeah,
again,
um,
it just again, how can we? Because this is what I want to do is really what's contemplating in your mind, and how can we put in good ideas to make people think of just whether it be a brain fart or not, but just come up with
mhm.
new ideas. How can you help in your community? How can you do a can drive? Check on your elders in your neighborhood.
Yeah,
Do simple little things. How can we inspire people to do better things in their community and be better? That's all we're
yeah,
trying to do here.
yeah. No, I hear you, and I mean, I wish I had an answer for how to inspire people, but I think it's really just you got
So
to
your
find.
stories and your
Yeah,
actions.
and really you just got to find what drives you and like what you feel good doing and like what makes you feel good, and also know that the right thing isn't always the easiest thing. but the reward that comes from doing the right thing really is that inner peace that you get, and like just that overall feeling of genuine, like, wow, I gave back, and wow, this feels good. And like that's really like the human interaction, and really what we're built to do is give back, help others that are less fortunate than us. I'm always hooking people up with product. I'm always, giving out stuff. I'm always tipping my girls a little extra. I'm always, going the extra mile to make things easier and more enjoyable for people that maybe don't have the same access to things like I do.
Well, taking care
So
of your people is respect too. Like, makes people want to work for you, makes people want to show up. And
yeah,
obviously you're empowering yourself because you're not having to take the man. Thank you. You can tell me what to do. I'll take it. Let's go. Let's make some money.
yeah.
So well, bless you. Where will we find you next down the road? What's going on? What do you got in your pot ready? It's percolating.
I've been so focused on dispensary appreciation type events. We've been currently planning one for the Wellgreen staff with a few other brands, spearheaded by Chris from Big Pete's. Shout out, Chris. But
He
other
just got
than
good
that,
cookies. I
right?
love his
Yes, you
cookies.
already know
They're
he's at all
so
my events.
delicious. Oh my goodness.
Um, but I have had a lot of requests, for another event, and I really want to do a Stoner Babe market. So like a thrift market, if you will, but Stoner Girl style. Because I know so many small business owners, and I want to get us together and get our communities together, and our fans and our friends, and shop and have that atmosphere, and it not necessarily be like selling cannabis, because we can't do that anyway,
Making
but it
Kushbabe
just
tie
be,
dyes.
yeah, it would just be a market, a thrift market of a bunch of different,
Different things
ancillary
by the
type
shirt. You
brands.
can dye it right there.
Yeah, ancillary brands. So that's kind of next on the list. And just focus on growing the business. We're always trying to streamline things and make things really easy and operable, so we can grow it in other states, because we can't go to other states until we have things really like moving and grooving
Well, not
here.
every state yet is legal, right? But I would say more of them are actually still accepting the medical marijuana dispensary
Yeah,
situation.
I mean, we would focus on places like Michigan, New York, Florida, Washington,
Well, I
even
thought Michigan
maybe
was hot. Jeter's there in Michigan now and stuff because Jeter
Arizona.
was a
Oh, Michigan's huge. Yeah, it's huge
or
out
California
there.
company.
Mm-hmm. So, definitely, obviously the states that it's legal in, because that's where we really support the most. But who knows? Maybe we'll grow to other industries.
So where can people reach you if they want to reach out to you? Go back to
Um,
Kush Babes on Instagram or
well, I am officially back on Instagram, which is
okay.
nice.
Okay.
And fought for it. I hit up Meta like 5 times about it, threatened legal action, threatened
It
like
took me
so
4 months
much
to get my
shit.
TikTok back. 4 months.
Oh
And
my
they
god.
literally somebody had stole it and they couldn't find my information on it. But it was still on my
Wow.
videos. So
Wow.
literally it was a long time. Yeah.
Well,
So
you
it
could
worked.
find me there at the OG Babe. You could also find me or message me on our website, which is ogkushbabes.com or ogkbindustries.com, either one. I will be at Network Show this September up in LA, a big convention for our industry too. So see y'all there. I won't be at Hall of Flowers in Santa Rosa, but some of my team will be. So make sure you say hi when you see them. And yeah, that's kind of what we got going on. And then personal life, I'm moving, so
Where are you
just
moving to?
still here in San Diego, but a little
Okay.
farther north from where we live right now, just to be a little bit more central. I go back and forth to Orange County and LA, at least once every 2 weeks, and have family up in North County. So we're looking at around like Mira Mesa,
Well, Mira
Poway.
Mesa is not that bad. It's really, you're actually near the airfield anyway. So I
Yeah.
would just like to thank you, Safira. You were amazing. Ready? We got some applause for you. Ready? Give me a second. Let's do this. Come on.
I love the clapping.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the sound to work. Wait, dang it. Okay, here we go. Can you hear it? I don't know
Yes.
if you can hear it. Wait, hold on. Thank you, Safira, for your time. And so say you're a boss, babe, because listen, helping women and empowering women, we ought to thank you. I'd like to say this, right? So here's my closing. Thank you for listening and joining us. Thank you, Safira, for being here today. And briefly, to our next episode, we have um, Cassidy Staines and Mac Asher.
Mm.
Asher, they're comedians with Dapper Punk Comedy, and I can't wait to dive into their story so they can titillate you. You remember to share the love, see one, do one, teach one, and lead one. You are not alone. Pinky's Powerhouse Posse grows with every new listener. Follow us on Instagram and subscribe to YouTube. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much. You rock.
Thanks, babe. No problem. Appreciate you for having me on.